Okay, so demonstrating the breech tilt, which will hopefully help the baby to drop out of the pelvis, and then to encourage them to go from being head up into the ribs to turning around and coming down into the lower part of the pelvis. So using your sofa or a chair, just protect the back of the legs with a blanket, and we're just very gently going to lift our knees up onto the chair or the sofa. I'm just going to walk myself in just a little bit closer so the backs of my knees are supported. And then using some cushions, I'm going to start to build up the height so that I'm starting to lift my pelvis. And we're going to continue to support. I'm going to pop something under my lower part of, or the middle to lower part of my back. But you can see that I'm starting to lift my pelvis up. You may need someone to help you do this. It might be beneficial if you're using a chair, keep it against a wall, and just keep placing cushions in. Now this needs to be a little bit higher, so we need some more cushions. So I'm just going to continue popping the cushions in. And it might feel like everything's coming down towards the chin and still not quite high enough, so we keep putting in more and more cushions until we've got the pelvis up and it's on an angle. And you're aiming for about 45 degrees, and then just to gently stay here and just breathe through, inhaling, exhaling. I probably could come a little bit higher by putting some more cushions in. That's why you need to make sure you have got someone with you just to help you achieve this position. So hopefully now you can see that this is a little bit more in line. And what it will do is help the baby to drop back, and then you may not feel the turn straight away, but by doing this sort of 2 to 3 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes a day, hopefully you will get the baby to very gently change their position. And just remember to inhale and exhale. So imagine if I had a bump, which I don't have, but you know, obviously the baby would be pushing down this way. Okay, so I've been here for about 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to come back and I'll revisit this position again sort of 3 times a day. Just for 10-15 minutes, and hopefully what we'll do is we'll get a very gentle change of position for the baby. So just checking where you're being kicked. Okay, if it's a breech baby, sometimes we're being kicked downwards, we may be being kicked across or slightly up on an angle. And you'll feel maybe like a lump here where the baby's head is. Ideally what we want is for the kicks to be coming up into the side, right or left, or out to the right and the left, and definitely to feel like we've got a head that's come down into the pelvis. Okay, so to come out of this, I would come out of it exactly the same as I came into it. I'm going to very, very gently just raise my legs, and with the support of someone, I'm just going to gently take the cushions out, and just lowering my pelvis down. I'm just waiting for 2 breaths, and then again gently just pulling out until I'm lower down. Okay. Again, just gently pulling the cushions out. Just making sure that I'm back in my nice supported position. Okay, then to come from here, just gently bringing my knees in and rolling onto, taking my knees over, keeping them together, coming over onto my left hand side and just resting very gently. And then when I'm ready, gently coming up. And I'm just going to come over into a hands and knees position. And I'm just going to do a knee to chest position as well. So I'm dropping my shoulders down as low as I can, opening and stretching through the back of the Okay, so 3 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes, and someone there to support you. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching. Bye bye.